horizontal, so excuse for it being upright instead of landscape portrait. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I thought I would go live now and do a reading for this month's energy. I didn't realise the last few lives that over the last few weeks that I thought were public weren't. So there'll be a whole host of videos for you if you haven't already seen them. If you weren't a member, there was a couple that were private, so even my members probably wouldn't have had access to. So you're going to get the scoop on that. Normally, I would let them go from unlisted to public like a while after, but they didn't even get that. So if you haven't had a chance to watch them and catch up with the video that I spoke of, which was so about a month ago, actually, I think, the one that was private regarding peace from Meditation Monday. There's another video I think I recorded with some Qigong and some channeling and a reading as well. But whatever's relevant for you now, we might be joined by some pussycats along the way. So let's just tune into which pack you're going to pick for me. You come to say hello. Yes. Okay. Hello. You say hello. You want to cuddle. You're right where I need to put the cards. So let's give you a physical cuddle with my baby. And I think we'll start with the gateway. Some light-hearted stuff. Oh no, you're going to be like, Mummy, I want cuddles. Okay. He's come to me because he's saying it's time for bed, probably. I'm going to start with Denise Lee's gateway. Just to tune in for, so we're asking for this month's energy. For the energy of November, what does November hold for myself? As well, oh, gently. Not just for myself and my followers, but also the collective energy as well. Let's tune into what is needed, what's happening, what do we need to know that's in the highest good for the good of all. We thank you for the wisdom and the gateway to our consciousness. And I'm going to go with the top card. Embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. And I'm seeing this card and I'm itchy eye, right for spite. Well, send love to those that feel spite for me. There is the doorway. There's the doorway to the new earth. That doorway, the key to opening it is aligning with love and aligning with your heart. So there's also a sense, and I've been speaking about this with a few of my friends, my close friends, who we share, we're on the same sort of soul path journeys and talking about our experiences, that we've been having this sense of things are happening, we're visibly seeing stuff happening, and people in the same room are not seeing this stuff. And one person mentioned one thing, and I won't say the names, but beautiful soul who I love very much. So high five to her because she will know who she is. About a friend that someone that she'd met that was literally seeing two landscapes in front of them, like two different separate realities. This sense of new earth and new consciousness, and how we step into these two realities. We're kind of simultaneously living different levels and different aspects, and you can think of this in terms of consciousness and awareness and the way you are resonating, vibing with different people. So you've got a room, for example, and in that room you've got different people, but it's like Bashard mentions this as well, and I think I shared a video on my Instagram about this, that he'd spoken of. You're in boxes. Although you're in the same room, you're not really on the same wavelength. You're not on the same level, and it doesn't mean better than. I remember that really clearly. It's just a different resonance because different people are at different levels of their own journey and their own releasing in their own different ways. And some of us on one topic are in one level, and then on another topic completely different. And this is why it's sort of all a bit like this. But this month, they're saying it's time now to shift out of this and it's sort of almost solidifying a little bit more. It's clearer to see. And one of my experiences that I shared with my members, that I'd seen something hit the car, quite loudly hit the car. So much so that I thought my partner would be like, really would have pulled over and wanted to check the windscreen. But I said, oh God, did you see? He went, what was that? He went, what do you mean? Didn't even see it. And I was okay. I was like, what's going on? Am I hallucinating? Is this crazy town? But I'm hearing more and more stories like this. And this is this stepping through that doorway, through the gateway. We've got 11:11 coming up. I will do 11 left global meditation for peace like normal. But this, if you look at that image, that's what's happening. But I want you to take note of the fact that it's a doorway to where she already is. We're already connected there. We're already in our heart, stepping into the future by opening up the heart. So the key to that door, to that room, to that consciousness, to that new future essence and stepping into that being is just to be in the heart space, in a state of love and compassion. So I will read you what she says, because she has some lovely affirmations with her things, but this is what I'm getting from that card in relationship to November and my question. Right, I know all the numbers off by heart, so please bear with me. So let me do it this way. Oh no, we're going to have to look up the page. Embracing. 23. So it's number 23 for anyone that's got these pack. Embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. What is expected is life tends to be realized. So what are your expectations? What are you expecting to happen? Is your expectation that of such that, oh, well, you know, and we all do this at times. We're like, oh, well, that happened before. When I did this, this is what happened. So therefore, I'm sure that's going to happen again. Same experience, because that was my experience before. So we develop that expectation. But, and this is where the key to shifting is, when you release that and you let go and you like maybe kind of think of that experience as just showing you what you were, where you were resonating at. When you're able to then be in the heart resonance, then your life tends to be realized in your positive expectation. If you anticipate an amazing, joyous, healthy, prosperous future, this is more likely to occur for you than if you assume the worst. Expect the best, be open for anything, imagine your life filled with happiness. Your wondrous future is resting on the horizon of your soul, shimmering and bright. You are glowing, beaming. You are made of photonic light. All of us are. The universe wants you to know this today, for whoever's listening, and for anyone that listens for the recording. Today is yesterday's future. And actually, I'm going to intercept for this. Abraham Hicks always mentions how the present is actually old news. It's in the past. So the present being a future self that we're living in the now moment. Past, present, future are kind of a bit of it's only relevant in gravity, because outside of time and space they exist simultaneously. But in terms of a linear, as we're moving through our current experiences, what we have been thinking about is what we're living in the now moment. So we're creating that and creating your future. If you're patiently waiting for the future to bring you joy and contentment, your desire's outcome may never arrive, because the future is tomorrow, always tomorrow. The point of power is always in the moment. But if you learn to create happiness now, your days will be filled with pleasure and bliss. It's great to have a dream. However, if you don't learn to find satisfaction in the meantime, you may not notice when your dreams come true. The purpose of life is not about manifesting your desires. It's about discovering the inner gift of your heart and experiencing and sharing joy. Be happy now, because that will dictate the future. Enjoy the journey as much as the destination. Journey is the destination, famous quote. So, question to ask yourself right now with relevance to this card: what is your probable future? If I'm not satisfied with it, what action steps do I need to take? And what is my greatest contribution to the future? You're back again, are you? Hello, Mummy. My probable future and my expectation is him to be having cuddles and wanting cuddles. So come on then, you can have a cuddle. You can have a cuddle. You want to help me pick the next one with all your wonderful energy? Let me pop you on my lap so Mummy can actually reach the cards. Say hello. Okay, next one. So this one, I'm live. Okay, sweetie? Yes. Savouring pleasure. I fully embrace bliss in my life. Right, look at that bath, taking time for you. Oh, Gizmo. Outside of cats. Pleasure in the fact that he gives me so much fun and joy. Come on then. Kane, do you think you could take little man with you? Because he's been a pickle, much as I love him. Right, what I want to say about this is we are in Scorpio season, sensual season. So take time for that sensuality to be part of your life. However you do that, it doesn't have to be sexual. It can be, but it can also mean like it says, savouring pleasure. What are your pleasures in life? Where is it that you take pleasure? What do you take pleasure in? It could be things like beautiful walking your dog, me, this thing in my love to bits that makes my life so much more interesting. Fully embracing the things that you do, the simple things that you savor, those simple joys and pleasures in life. So it's saying to remind yourself of the little things, the details. God is in the details. It's the magic of the now moment, the magic of taking that time to do things and savoring. So that can be with food, with what you eat when you're eating, eat mindfully, and not allowing then, because you're being more mindful of what you're doing and who you're being with, the pleasures of company with friends. We're now in the Northern Hemisphere, we're certainly in we've had Samhain, and we're now the New Year, or these 2 months between the Witches' New Year and the Gregorian calendar New Year. And so the last remaining 2 months of that year, it's the darker times with the Scorpio that I was mentioning. So as we come into more darker nights, what are the things you like to do at home, the comforts, referencing the Taurian eclipse that we've had and where you may have overindulged. So, but also savouring those things that you were able to do. Maybe like for me, being able to go away and spend time with my family, that was a real wonderful pleasure. Taking a nice long bubble bath, salt bath and cleansing around this time of year is a must. Obviously extra stuff for your skin because it's wintry. You're going to be possibly colder nights, so the hydration, watching your hydration. It's easier in the summer, I know, when you're hot and you like drinking lots of water, so switch to maybe hot water and lovely warm drinks. For me, it's my herbal teas are things that are simple pleasures for me. So for you, think about what it is that you love to savor. Maybe it's time with friends and family, maybe it's the stuff like going out this time of year and spending time round friends' house and seeing family. We have things like Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and making gifts for people, spending a little more time savouring in things like the details is what I'm hearing in my mind. What is it that you can do to go that extra mile that's bringing the love in? I'm going to switch now because I'm feeling that oh, one more. There's one more. Igniting courage. So there's also a sense of I am strong, valiant and courageous. That's definitely going on in the collective, and there's some really courageous people that are standing up for their own truth and discerning what's right for them. I'm not speaking either way. I believe that, unfortunately, as I said in my previous video with the wolf, it depends which one we feed, but I'm going to align with what I was told by my guides, that there will be peace, and I will hold that within those territories, seeing that, because there are people on either side that are wanting, desiring and wanted to bring that into being, because the rest of the world, yes, I know there's lots of people that are that are igniting other stuff. However, the courageous, the fire with passion through the lens of love is what I'm referring to. And being strong and valiant in these times, being courageously connected to doing what is aligned with love and compassion. And that's not always easy, because the crowd may be swaying things in another way. So there's definitely a sense of that for this month. So to fully embrace those little pleasures, our food, having loved ones, being with our loved ones for moments and treasuring those moments, having things, and stepping into that doorway of where you want to be in this now moment in little ways. So chaos could be going on around you, a war zone, but I know from people that I've seen, there's still, the human spirit has this ability to stand in the heart and join together in that. So I can feel that from the memories of seeing people I know speaking and vlogging lives from places, and the magical moments that are happening despite the chaos, the craziness. That's stepping through that doorway of the heart. Divine Feminine. One from here, from Megan Watterson. And November's energy. What is the energy, that the archetype that we can connect to help this month with our guidance, with our courage, igniting our love and savouring our pleasures and embracing the future? What do we need to know? Thank you for your wisdom, higher self. The goddess of sanctuary. Take sanctuary in yourself, in your heart. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. Go within. Wherever you are, no one can take that from you. No one can be inside you and your thoughts and your hearts. That is your sanctuary, to go within, to be within the heart and connect. We have the ability to connect collectively, telepathically, be it subconsciously or sometimes in actuality. So the goddess of sanctuary is there for those that want to, and that is a sanctuary for you. You can connect and go within for that. I will read them all in a second. I feel the need to. She's there. Prophetess of truth and power. I call my power back to me. from all times and all places. I am my own. It's the creation energy. Let me show you both of them. There's Kta and Ita. Look at her with her lion. I got my little lion you just saw, but it's prophetess. It's, for me, it's not about, oh, what's going to happen in the future, let's predict the future. It's about tuning into the archetypal energies, the collective energy, the energy that's there for our potentiality to shift, to grow, to learn, and how we can utilize that energy for good, for our life, and to get that transmutation going for whatever it is we need, the light within the dark. And one more from here. Margaret Porter, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. This was one of the first cards I pulled when I got this pack, which I'd been desperate to get and hadn't read before. So I'm still kind of tuning into this and loving these cards. Loving Megan anyway. And her. But this lady I'd not heard of before, and she had been, let me read you the story actually. Let me read you each of them because I don't want to miss thing. And before I do, what am I seeing from this? This is this expanding gold light, and I'm seeing this sense of, in November, gold creation, and the Laran energy is very, very present. Seeing a sense of something which is occult happening, meaning there's certain things that need to happen, certain little nodal shift points through nexuses through time that allow us to then kind of catch up, or the rest of the things to catch up with itself. What do I mean by that? How shall I explain that in a better way? That's not very good, Tracer. What do we mean? So that which is destined, although I'm very much, we make our own destiny with our shift from perspective, it's still certain pinnacles in your life, certain full circle moments, certain moments that may need to happen for change. So for example, what was I watching today? That might be I was watching on it's TV stuff. One of these things I was watching, I think it was just from the Discovery Channel, or it might be National Geographic. They have this whole host of different people and figures in history, and this one was on Albert Einstein and his life, and they're going through how he's sort of living with his family, and there's this lady Maria that everyone's expecting him to marry her, and he doesn't actually marry her. His first wife is this woman he meets. She is becomes his first love. He can speak to her, he can relate to her, because they have this love and passion for physics, and it's the expectation of others for him to walk through this normal, you've got to be this certain way, and he was questioning everything, and he was so excited he couldn't understand why they couldn't be excited about it, and his teacher was getting really annoyed with him, and because he took it on himself that it was an attack on him rather than an attack on the fundamentals. He's like, I'm not saying that you're wrong, I'm saying that this might be wrong and that we should question and constantly question. But it made me think about the fact, the human aspect of what they were kind of portraying in this docu thing, dramatization, if you like, that he didn't go along with what everybody else was saying. He was questioning what he was being told, and following the heart and the passion, the joy, savoring the things he found pleasure in, the everyday things, and he saw the everyday things beyond, and took him to creating and figuring out things that had been kind of, they set as far as things were concerned, and then shifted again. And this is kind of what's happening again. This renaissance, if you like, within our science and our physics worlds, where spirituality and science are mixing, and there's still people like rigid on this side and still rigid on that side, but there's this coming together and this magic that's happening for those that are viewing it and watching it, and excitement. And it's, again, it's the divine love, and it, love being the emotion, and the emotion having a frequency, and how we're affected by our brain and the science of that. Our power lies within this. Our power to unlock our field, our power to unlock and shift our own emotions, and how we can change things. So that is also the sanctuary. That's what I wanted to say. Now I will read what he needs to say. Okay, let me read the middle one because that's come up first. The ability to call back all your power as well. The act of Paul and Theatre, I can't pronounce, theatre, dates back to the 2nd century. Through some scholars believe its Greek composition could be from as early as 70 CE. It relates to a young woman called to a life of teaching and healing in the Christ movement in Asia Minor, current day Turkey. The daughter of, I'm not going to pronounce that king's name, at the age of 17, overhears Paul teaching about Christ. She stays rooted to the place at the window for 3 days so she won't miss a word. Her mother had arranged for her to be married, so when she feels called to begin her own missionary, she is sentenced to burn for refusing to be the bride. Just as the flames are surrounding her foot through, though she makes the sign of the cross, and a huge storm puts the fire out. It's our faith beyond what would appear normal. She finds Paul, cuts her hair short, and tells him, "Only give me the seal of Christ and no trial will touch me." He suggests that she isn't ready for baptism yet. Shortly after, a priest of the Council of Syria tries to take Thea in the streets to be his bride. She tears off his cloak and takes the crown from his head and publicly shames him for trying to take her without consent. She is then sentenced to death by wild beasts. In the arena, all of the women protest judgment of her, proclaiming her innocence. A huge lioness enters the arena, approaches her, and then licks her face and bows. Sorry, I'm feeling the emotion of that, because there's this sense of, okay, our belief can be so strong sometimes. Like I mentioned this once before, if you haven't got that resonance with you, I'm not saying go out and get a poisonous steak, but there are some people, some churches, I think, can't remember what faith it is, where they can take this toxic poison because they believe it won't hurt them. And this is like, I love the science to know it's our brain that creates things rather than the actual thing of stuff. And I think there's been studies done on this, and it's to do with even like where the placebo work. When you take a placebo of something, your body will actually create what is needed by your belief and do and fix what it needs to. So our bodies does the work. It's the belief in what we're doing that makes the difference. So the belief that something can't hurt you it outweighs everything, and it can seem what we would deem as a miracle, but it's resonance when you start looking at the science of this. So imagine a huge arena and a lion coming up, but she believes and sees that lion in resonance. And in my own visions that I was shown, I've spoken about this before, I was in my mind, because I'm terrified of snakes. But when Anna was showing me this initiation, they were laying with the snakes over there, but the snakes didn't hurt, because I was cringing in the mind while I was watching and feeling what she was showing me that. It was the fact that they just saw her as another snake. There was no threat because of the energy, because of the resonance, because of how it was feeling. So the lion, in the same light in the arena, the woman protested. So the lion just enters, it licks her face and bows before her. She enters the pool in the arena. Same thing happens again with the wild sea lions. The woman fears, they fear she's going to be killed, but she's declared, in the name of Jesus Christ, I baptize myself. So she literally takes on her own, she takes her power back, which is what the other one was saying about, and stands in that crystalline energy, is how I would see that. She declares this, and suddenly she is shielded and protected by the great ring of fire, and glowing white robes suddenly appear on her body. Now, some of you may be listening to thinking, oh yeah, well, it's just stories, it's not real. The last bit is, Paul tells her, go and teach the world of God. In the records and the act of Paul, she's lives until 90 and enlightens many. Her ministry proves the existence of female authority in the early Christian church, which obviously a lot of that was kind of hushed later on. That's another whole other story. But there's this sense of these miracles can still happen. If you see it as a miracle, maybe it's the sense, well, I believe that it's not necessarily going to be happening, but if you believe that's to be normal. When your soul selects this card, so the energy, the story echoes the ancient world in modern world. Your life is up to you. Yes, there is a power of prayer, of faith, or of asking all possible spiritual support, but there's always divine will within each of us. It's will, love, wisdom, will, the three Trinity there in itself. Our will, our courage. Remember what true power is when we divest all outside authority of power we had been giving them to. So letting go of the sense that actually I need to be even in the cold, someone's in the choir and thinking about this, that when we're in a state of fear, we're looking for a protector, we're looking for something outside of ourselves, the authority to be the one to step in and be that power to save us, that kind of complex. But when we're in self-sovereignty, when we're taking our power back, we know that that power comes from us. It's in each and every one of us, every molecule of every living being thing, not just on Earth, but across the universe. So that is the power of God, source, universe, whatever you choose to call it, what resonates with you. Power is calling back in all control we give to others is delegated our lives, our potential life patterns, our family members, our culture, even our ego's idea of who we should be. It reminds us that we do not need permission to be who we are. We can cut our hair short and baptize ourselves. We are not bound by anything except the dedication of our own soul. Her mudra is one of awe and wonder. We have all the power right now within us to take our life into our own hands. That's the source of the fire itself, the divine will of to call back our spiritual authority and claim this life as our soul's own. When I given my power away, where are you giving your power away to others? Where in this world is power being given away? We need to kind of see where that's happening, that illusion, and bring it back to the heart, to the source. I call my power back from all times, all places. I am my own. We are our own society. We can call power back into its given. We are the ones that elect people into official places. We are the ones that write that, and we have power to change things. We don't always feel that way when we feel we're being oppressed, or when there's places where people are being oppressed, but it's first on an internal way, taking that back and feeling like we can, and knowing we have that sanctuary within us, which is the next one I want to read. If I can get, let's just go to the numbers, otherwise I'll be here all day. Sorry. H 178. Ooh, too far. 5, 6, 7, 7. There we go, that transformation here. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. Just hear those words. Close your eyes and hear that. No matter where you are right now, know you are home. Home is where the heart is. It literally is the heart, not the physical pumping blood thing, vessel, but the little brain within the heart, the sacred sanctuary of the energy that resonates from that field of your heart that Stephen says about now with the research at HeartMath. Represents the warmth and the protection and the sanctuary we feel when we know we are home. In the ancient Greek, the goddess Hathor, her name translates as fireplace or altar. She is the firstborn daughter of Kronos and Rhala. Her brother Zeus assigned I'm probably pronouncing this wrong. Oh, you're here now. Hang on. All right. I've got cats everywhere. Don't walk on them. You're going to end up hurting yourself. She is, where will we get? The sacred position of tending to the Olympian hearth. Home is where the hearth is, as they say that expression. She is known for calm, abiding presence, and her transcendence, kindness. In ancient Greek culture, she is the divine personification of the sacred fire that sites at the centre of someone's home, as well as the centre of every town and village. She would receive the first and last sacrifice of each day. Well, I agree with sacrifice. With the establishment of new villages, the flame from her public hearth is the mother city would be carried to the new home. In the fire that grounds us, the hearth, we can gather around and stop our wandering. So it's that sense in the ancient times, and I can't remember the etymology of the word home as well, is very connected to this, about sitting around the fire and being it's like sitting around in sacred circle as well, is coming to mind in this sense of also the cauldron. So I want to say that they're saying that the chakras for this month is those lower chakras, the plexus and the sacrum and the root, the three of these which are going to shift us, so allow us to reach and ground the heart energy. In Qigong, this is like our pot, our cauldron that we can stir that energy through. The qi, it gathers the qi, it focuses the qi. We're directing that light as it comes down and grounding it in energy. So allowing the light to flow through you, to fill up that cauldron, that fire. What's happening with your own home and in the home. I feel there's a relevance to this on another level as well within homes, and to do with fuel is coming in. Where that's coming from, I'm not sure, but how we heat our homes and how we look at the energy around us. So not just the energy of running a household, but our own personal energy and our own fuel, how we fuel our body, how we fuel our energy output. So where are you focusing your energy, and focusing like that fire into more constructive things and more the passion itself, that cauldron of energy. Sorry, just adding that. When your soul selects this card, it creates a concept of sanctuary. It's consented to sacred obligation, to the shelter, to protect those in need. And this is a call for that sense of needing those that need protection in some way. And I've been saying to my members, I feel it's important this month in particular to be aligning with the 12D shield. In fact, I think I might even do my own meditation version of the ones that I personally listen to. I do this a little bit when we do the morning Qigong, but I don't think there's a recorded one on YouTube. I think it's more in the member site, so I'll do one for YouTube. She wants us to seek these situations that allow us to feel a sense of being home. So going home to the things that are important to you, get back to basics. And as I was saying before, on the more sort of practical things you can do, like the creative things, the making presents. For family is something I love to do this time of year. It's the being at home and maybe doing board games, sitting around the fire and having time with friends and family around a meal, sharing that meal, breaking bread, having interaction and closeness, and that being a sanctuary for some, as well as the time that you have with you, with your own inner sanctuary. Henna wants you to let kindness prevail your thoughts. She wants you to light a small fire in the center of yourself and feel safe in calling your body home. She wants you to be able to seek sanctuary within. She wants you to come home to yourself and to give yourself the love that you effortlessly offer others. Call you to become a calm harbour for your beautiful soul to thrive. So saying to yourself, am I safe? Am I a safe place to be? So being in your thoughts, being in your home, is that feeling safe? Do you feel safe in your body? Listening to your body as if it is your sanctuary. What is it telling you? What's happening with it? And looking after it. No matter what I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. And also the sacred aspect of the body, linking that with this savouring of pleasures and our own pleasure, and our body, to treat our body like a temple, literally, with what we put into it, with who we are interacting with it, because everything is energy, everything's rubbing against each other. And as I said, like be at the beginning of the video, when I was saying about the embracing the future and that doorway in this room of people that are all on different levels, almost in glass boxes, some kind of seeing stuff that others completely don't, and vice versa, and just allowing it to just be, and not worrying about what's happening with someone else, but reflecting more from within to reflect out, and allowing that to naturally resonate and brush up against each other and merge. I think that's from that. So how do I want to finish this? Is there anything else? Listening to the body, listening to the iggles, the pains. Oh, hang on just 1 minute. He's sitting right next to that, just in case you choose to knock it off. Lovely. Oh, and actually, looking at him just reminded me another thing to add for within pleasure through touch. Bless me. Sorry, I'm still purging, where I'm catching up with myself with all of the food and stuff that I've been naughty about not listening to my higher self. Now is those times where you cannot not listen. It's like if you've been putting stuff off, that eclipse energy is like, well, for the next 6 months. So that will now play out. So things that we've neglected and we've been on thin ice over, that ice now is getting thinner. So I feel a sense of physical, the body, and even though it's more the Scorpio in the dark shadows, this is our shadow self, our shadows within, our shadows, allowing us to clear out the shadows within us. And by clearing out, I don't mean detach from, I mean allow yourself to see, to let it come up, for you to see it, to maybe marinate in it, to clear it in incrementations. There might be things that you've been dealing with. In order to walk through that door, you need to step into your own power. And that doesn't mean power over others. Power, true power, which is what this is about, the prophetess of true power, the words there, is calling my power back from all times. That means all times, outside of time, outside of space, all aspects, from that little girl that was hurt years ago, or the teenager that got hurt by some ex-boyfriend or whatever, calling power back from all of those times where you didn't put yourself first, not in a selfish way, but owning the responsibility that we create our reality. I am my own. I am owning my creation, whatever it may be. So those experiences made you who you are in this now moment. Be grateful for each of them, whether they be good experiences or bad experiences. Calling back the power means letting yourself be detached from those experiences and creating from a place of wisdom through love, and your will create through that love. The mystic divine love is that knowing, like Margareta, I am nothing except love. We are made of photonic light, but we are love. We are a frequency. We can live that in our life, and bringing that, okay, sending love to whoever that is. We can bring that into everything, in everything we do. So we don't have to agree with each of us. You don't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with you. It doesn't mean that we don't can't send love to a situation, to one another, and agree to disagree. Allow. That's what I'm hearing. Allow for this month. Allow. So allow yourself to ignite pleasure and embrace the future, to feel the sanctuary of your soul, your true power within your sovereign self, through the divine mystical essence of love. And I mean that by the diamond crysted essence that's coming in, that we can connect to, that we can align to. So that's what my self is saying. I'll take a photo of this from this one. So I'm just want to tap into the dragon energy that's been coming up for me a little bit, and I feel this is the mystical realms, the essence of the magical side of this on an archetypal sense, but colourful, or colour. You might see them as dragons. You might see that this, to me, feels about the dragon lines shifting and the ancient archetypal ways of explaining stuff through information. That one definitely, okay. That one just fell out. But Crystal yellow dragon. See, it's yellow. Gold is what I was picking up on as well. Gold, glistening gold. Opens you to the higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the high spirit path. So, what am I being shown? Really? Okay. Like a golden lotus at the top of your head. I want you to imagine a golden lotus at the top of your head and feeling a sense of beautiful gold confetti like energy flowing around, feeling the sun and solaras and that energy of creation coming through the top of your head, and just kind of visually place that there, allowing that to sit there. Your crown, the sovereignty, that's what it's about. The crown, not the crown of thorns, the crown of gold, but the crown of flowers, of golden lotuses surrounding you. And just breathe that in. Breathe, 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 breathe. I'll read what it says. So let's get the numbers. Keep breathing in that gold through your lungs. And breathe it too. And feel the expansion of this month. So what does the author say? Crystal yellow dragons clear space around the crown chakra of animals and humans, and then illuminate the chakra and set it glowing. This enables the angel and source itself to see us. Each of the 1,000 petals of our crown can be extended to connect with the particular star, planet, or universal energy. However, in order for the petals to reach out, the light around them must be pure. So crystal yellow dragon works rather like fairies who blow away the lower frequencies around plants so that they can grow freely. Crystal yellow dragon not only have huge open hearts, but they also carry fifth dimensional wisdom codes for the universe and can download them into those of us who are ready. The work with Archangel Joseph to light up and expand the crown chakra of all of us to the fifth dimensional frequency. They then cooperate with the unicorn to connect the petals into source of universal wisdom and knowledge. Now, to me, this feels like linking from one level 7, or was it 8? I'm purging, it's hard to feel clear, so maybe it's me that needs the clearing as much as you guys, me included, is what I'm saying. These dragons remind you that you are being of the universe, the ultimate is to become a cosmic master. So step onto the diamond path. The crystal yellow dragon will ensure you connect with those who are ready for light you carry. When you meet them, your light will automatically light up the keys and codes of mastery laden within them. The time for this higher service is now. Well, lots of you that view me and watch me are those that are in service or feel a call to service. So releasing any negative attachments, or those that view me in a negative light, is what I would say. Allowing these golden light keys, light codes to come through. Breathing in, I want you to visualize that sense of how they're telling me to just feel it, express it through the energy of love. Okay. With a cold, I'm worried about how it sounds, so I'll let go of my ego for a second. Hang on. Sound. Let go of ego of what I'm saying, as I let go of my ego of how I'm being heard. Aligning only through the heart, through the core of my being, as a reflection, as a vessel of love. Allow the rhythm and the sound to be a mirror for you to feel in your own field, to do what it needs to do, to reflect how it needs to reflect, to trigger what it needs to trigger, for you to receive however you need to receive, through the intention of love. E enio nushku he sahaniata. Nihayetia he sahai turo esahela yoshuro kushkura. I align with fully aspects of my soul, from my higher self and oversouls up until the 15th dimension, a light. I allow pure love with the highest intention for growth. Sunia Turankiana Skitai only. I ania Turinkniai, Nania Turanakishkai. I shine. Hahai, Ionu, Unuti, Ahai, Nahai, Isahurushku, Oyanea, to hold in balance, to hold in frequency, in love. Isahene tururunaki aye tururushko ahahena tikina haye kuduru uhuhunia tatikishka ehasehena hehena hahaita enturokushkaika. Past, present, future, now. Nono kuskuro kuntai ika ahaginea sahetiko ola ehenaku no ona kishka nianaku eheneki kanaki ono lashkina adira ishka ahaniani ashkanana. Remember to honour the physical, they're reminding me, not just the spiritual, not just the mental, not just the energetical. Within every multi-aspect and layer of your soul and your being, Ahani turorana kianana. Esa hala ne guru kushuno no aya. Ena itura knakanaya tatikia stuturo kolaya. I nishkura. I'm being told where am I neglecting things, so I'm going to ask you, where is it that you know you have been neglecting things? We all know. Aishinia aeta eta eta siki ishkunona. Nahaita itikushkura hina aisiturashka. Naya yatura. Ya tia haide. Eheni turushkur kia. Ikushia hatia turutuku. Turutura kenayo tururushkia tutuku. Itayu tururushkia nanena tururakanayetaya turu. Tururishka yanayatu. Nayanashkiana turushkuruku. Itanina nukuruku ishui ishuru shurayaneti kaiho uru. Yes, Ananakia. If you haven't already, close your eyes. I'm still here. And breathe. The month ahead is a blank page. You have done the birthing. What, me or them or everybody? Many have done birthing, are at the beginning. Some are still in the pregnancy stage. But everyone. Everyone, not right word. Essence is the essence of many consciousnesses are ready or in readiness. To step through. And yata, the time of the doorway, so 11:11, and yata, it's just a peak. The doorway is either side and in truly there is no like Pacific, it's just more peaked. And the such is time. Seeing pillars, like pillars through time. Aishine is more for directing of energy. Directing through the doorway. Come on, beautiful one. I'm feeling that sense of love. Yes, you joining me too. Pause. And then bless the friend. And take your time. Akira no nuru turakia. Eka I asu onota. Soul shifting, soul directing, soul directing, shifting, aligning, resisting. Those in fear is not, it's like holding on in a surani will no longer be relevant, be able to. Like a mother will now come beckoning and enveloping you in a womb-like state. So you might feel the need to go within, to be more reserved this month, to feel in that womb of the mother, to want to be inside. That's fine if that's you. Others are already in the birth canal and some have been born. For those that are already feeling in the birthing state of energy, it will be more of a, oh wow, this kind of bright shift, lots and lots of tangible, physical now, very physical energy examples happening for you. Those that are in the womb, I feel like this a little bit for me too. I felt the need to kind of step back in some things and step forward in others. So as I was saying in the beginning of the room, it doesn't mean that like everyone's all here and better than, all different topics, different levels and different with regarding different things depending on our own individual in resistance. She's going calm womb mother essence, the mother wounds in the there is a sense that we want to pull back, and the Sturash, and as I say, some are pushing forward, some are in that bridge-like channel of the birthing. But it doesn't matter where you are. and what you're all going to, there is no, like I was asking, what is the energy, what is it, but everyone is on different kind of levels and wording. It's an individual thing. It's not like, oh, everyone's going to be this way. It depends what's coming up for you. But use the sensuality, said the fun and your bliss and what you love, as always. I would say, like the creativity and how you can have that within your home, and your home will be in your heart, and expand from that will propel you forward to step into what you wish for this new birthing, new beginning. She said, because I see it as a new beginning, or a time for clearing, for allowing yourself to go to the dark, to the depths of the soul, to the subconscious, and really face your soul to shift, because that's the guidance that's there. It's deep, it's sensual, it's sensitive, it's emotional, but it's also liberating, it's courageous, and it's just all those things. Value the body. It is a container for love and light. She's like, I feel your inner crying burgeoning through me. That's funny the way they think. That's the sensation of the physical. Through my other aspects of myself. Now, I mean to make this clearly, I am not opening myself up for any entity. I'm not opening myself up for anything separate from myself. All of the sounds and all of the information that I'm drawing from are aspects of a part of me that's greater than me. Now, what you make of that is up to you. For me, that's just multifaceted of connection to the greater part of the sum of all our parts. But we each have a greater part of the sum of all our parts, in very individual connected to ourselves when we are on an organic path, of which I've chosen specifically to be on in this incarnation, as in others and many. And so therefore I resonate with those radio stations of my higher self that are attuned to that path, as do you. Not everybody will resonate with this, and that's fine. Different paths, different people, different divine timings, different now moments. So, when I do that, I lose the connection. She's like, you don't lose it, you just feel you can't be connected to it because you are purging. And I hear the sense that you are always connected wherever you are. Now, she says you need to sleep, meaning that I need to sleep. So I shall leave it at that. I said I want to pour the other card. She said you don't need to, but I feel a sense at the top. Rose pink, green and gold. I'm just going to say for the colours. Green helps you to tune into the secrets of nature. And a key is being given to unlock that connection with the elemental. The rose pink is preparing your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart, to expand and open to the cosmic heart. and the yellow opens to the higher learning and wisdom. And these are the free codes that are happening and we have access to this month. So gold, green and pink. And I'm feeling like the reddy pink of the root, the green of the heart, and the gold, which I would normally say with the stomach, the sacred, but they're saying with the crown, because it's not necessarily crown, it's the higher vibrational dimensional link. So this is a lot longer than I had planned on being, so apologies for the length of this video. I had not planned on it being this length, but for this month, and thank you. So let me know what you are dealing with in the comments below if you have any questions with regarding this, anything I've said this evening, perspective. But open your heart to the warm-hearted love and diamond-like connection with love and the universe. Again, divine love. If you look at this, it's mirroring. I'm going to see if I can take that off and spin it around here. So, again, rose pink, divine love, and once again, letting in the fire and the lion. Help tune to the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Oh, we have the cat there. Lips quickly. Are you going to let me before you start knocking them? And the pussy cat. Say hello. No. Okay, he's managed to drop the computer back on. But I will say love and blessings for your now moment, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining me, those that did and popped in. And I'll leave this up for you guys to work through for this month. To recap, I'll try and do a recap on some of this stuff. I think where I'm tired now. She's saying you need sleep to heal and to do something, apparently, to go to this place for higher learning. Oh, that's a really lovely message. Actually, I will share that. I was like, that's quite personal. To me, she's saying, come, what was that? Come and bathe in the golden light. And literally the image I got was stepping into like liquid gold, literally allowing my body to kind of let it seep up and soak into my cells. And then emerald light around, crystal emerald green through my heart, and that pink rose quartz almost light as well, flowers and rose scent. That's what they're saying, the scent of rose. Magnolia, is that not magnolia? No. What are the flowers? It's orange flowers, golden flowers. I'll have to look it up and pop that on. I'll put that in the Telegram. And the green. So blessings for you, your day, your month, your week. Whenever you're watching this, it'll be relevant to you in your now moment. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you staying and watching. Give me a thumbs up if you resonate, if this is you, if you're feeling this like me, feeling tired too, feeling the sense of purging, and aligning the body, because I'm definitely feeling these crystal that is helping me. It's a blessing. So thank you.